Good morning, friends, and welcome to part 4 of the charcuterie board. I'm Philip Henderson with PGH Woodcraft. And by the time we're done today, this thing should actually look like a charcuterie board. So yesterday I had this glued to using some CA glue and a flat surface. Worked extremely well, very pleased with that. Got a little heavy with this CA glue in a couple of spots. So this is going to have to be scraped off. Also, this glue line will have to be scraped off. That's not going to be a problem. But this backside, which I could originally flatten using the joiner plane and some other tools, actually sits very flat. So I'm pleased with that. I've marked off some areas that need to be cut out using a white charcoal pencil. So we're going to start on that today. The tools I'm going to be primarily using, I'll start off with a coping saw to get the rounded corner areas, cut out the waste. Follow up with a spoke shave to smooth out the corners. And then finally, I'll finish up with my Stanley plane to ease the corners, kind of round them over a little bit. Then I'm going to fill in some gaps here. And after that, be ready for finish. I do have a couple of some plane marks that go in a little bit deeper than I'd really like. It's going to be difficult getting some of those out. So we may just leave those and call that character. Instead of calling it mistakes, we'll just say that's part of the character of the board. So we're going to get started. We're going to have a good time today. So let's start off by rounding off some of these corners with the coping saw. Not sure if you can see this in the camera, but I am staying well away from the chalk line. And the reason for that is the coping saw is going to leave a pretty rough edge. And what I want to do then is come in with the plane to smooth that off. And I don't want to smooth beyond my line. Okay? And we'll do this side over here. Actually helps if you start by going straight in, and then as soon as you have your cut established, you can turn your blade. All right. Then after that, you just take your spoke shave, come in and very gently, because again, this board will chip on me if I'm not careful. And start rounding off these edges. Nice. May not seem like it's that I'm being very gentle, but I am. If I can get a little closer. Start just feathering it in a little bit. See how it actually puts a nice rounding on there, but it polishes it. All right, starting to look like a charcuterie board now. A couple of last steps. First of all, I'm going to wet it down with some some water. What that will do is raise the grain up. Then I'll give it one in use. It'll prevent some of those fuzzies from popping up and ruining the surface. So we're going to wet it down, let it dry, give a final sanding, and then we'll be ready for top coat.